Yes. Rock and roll comes to Studio C. Welcome into the Wayside Furniture and Blind & Sons Studio C performances for Summit members. This is the Summit FM. I'm Brad Savage. What an honor today. We welcome back to Studio C Better Than Ezra. Give it up for these guys. Yes. Ezra. Well,
wow.
They have been here before. They all crowded into the on-air studio 19 years ago.
It was amazing.
At the old building. It was April of 2005 at the old building before we even did audience sessions for Studio C. And Andrew ran sound for that one. How's that?
It was an old wax cylinder you recorded the song on.
Longevity in broadcasting, public radio, ladies and gentlemen. That doesn't happen too much anymore. But yeah, longtime fan of Better Than Ezra. Also, I'm curious, is anyone from our audience today, were you on the Studio Z COVID era Zoom that we did with Kevin Griffin? Anyone? Like two people were on that. And Kevin.
And I was part of it.
Yeah. Well, At that time, we had to cease doing audience events, of course, but we brought it online. So thank you for that.
So much fun.
Yeah, it was good. You were funny. I'm expecting the same today.
What?
Well, I just want to warn the audience. You're seeing a veteran rock band that's just did 3 shows in a row. We did an overnight from Detroit on the bus, rolled out of the bus without showers, straight to the studio right now. So today you're going to get the sights, the sounds, the smells of a veteran rock band.
And it's supposed to be their day off today. They are here on their day off. They're playing House of Blues tomorrow.
Getting to play music for you is a day off for us. It's a joy. It was this or go see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And Tom said, let's go do the Summit thing. I was like, you know what? You're right.
Well, welcome, Better Than Ezra. And Kevin, do you want to introduce the band real quick, too?
Yes, to my right is James Arthur Payne Jr. Jim and I have been best friends since our sophomore year in high school, and we can't get rid of each other. Tom Melville Drummond to my left on bass. Tom and I have known each other since he was 17. We got him through the Daily Reveille, the LSU newspaper. And far left, Michael Jerome Moore, all things drumming, ladies and gentlemen. The secret sauce of the sauce that is Better Than Ezra.
Well, let's do it. We're doing kind of an acoustic thing today, and let's jump in and do a first song. Which song first, gentlemen?
We're going to go to 2001. This is Extraordinary. I've got no guitar. Oh, you know why? It's my fault, ladies and gentlemen. Just
Straight
making sure your radios are fine. Got a little bit of hope, like a soap on a rope, sweeter and sour, getting thin about an hour, falling fast, and I'm running out of gas, mugging on your sister, smart as Bobby Fischer, said I couldn't get arrested, though I got more hooks than Madonna got looks, just like that AC/DC song, come on baby, shake me all night long, all I wanna do is stay till early in the morning. And all I gotta say, your love's extraordinary. You're extraordinary, baby. Somebody pushed me through the door. I've been sleeping on the floor. Thought in one place, listen to the neighbors through the wall. Ready to jab your time ball. Crew a lot of feet stuck out on Mona Lisa. So much for the lead rent. Cause the money's spent and it's cold inside. It's just that a band naked lady's song. I'm high like beside me when I'm next to your body. All I wanna do stay till early in the morning. And all I gotta say, your love's extra. such a sweet thing. Check this stuff out. It's getting saucy in Akron, y'all. And all I gotta say, your love is extraordinary, so extraordinary. Thank you very much.
Well, we are live with another Studio C performance. The perks of being a Summit member, you get invited to these great live concerts at the radio station. Our guests are better than Ezra. Give it up for him again. Yes.
Thank you.
This is an important group and a long-time Summit Essential fave. We've played their music for a long time. They are playing House of Blues Cleveland on Thursday, tomorrow, May 16th.
Tomorrow.
And then Pittsburgh on Friday at Rivers Casino. So I think the big question is, how did Pittsburgh get the Friday night anyway?
Oh, man.
It's, you know what?
Yeah.
Insert expletive.
That's right. No, it's
we
good.
We fought against it. We actually wanted to play here in this studio on Friday night.
Yeah.
But there were zoning laws, and
Yeah.
you know the ABC board just wouldn't allow
Right.
hard
And
liquor served in a
liquor and the
public
school
broadcasting.
Facility, because
it's frowned upon.
yeah, it's just exactly. Well, you guys have a long touring history, 35 years
It's
now.
insane.
Yeah.
Our first rehearsal was March of 1988.
Wow.
And the first song we worked up was a song by Walla Voodoo called Mexican Radio.
Oh yes, we play that.
I
fine
feel
song.
a cold wind on my shoulder. Yes. What was his name? What was the guy's name in
Yeah.
Dan Ridgway. Ooh.
Ridgway.
And
Learned
then
audience.
he also did music for a Francis Ford Coppola film.
Really?
Yeah. He also did.
Did you guys kind of start as kind of a fun party and covers band then, or?
We you know, just like most musicians, we'd always been in bands all through high school and stuff, and kicked around stuff in college. But when we got Better Than Ezra together, you know, it was this amazing time. It was 1988. Bands like REM and the Pixies and the Smiths and Driving and Crying and were taking off, and you could be a kind of a down and dirty rock and roll band and really have, you know, platinum success, you know, as a possibility. So we were hungry for that. But, you know, in order to get there, we learned a lot of covers. So we had like a 4-hour set. We played everything from The Joker to
Velvet Underground.
I thought you were going to play something else. To Hoodoo Guru songs and Smith songs, and we did a lot of covers. And then we started sliding in our originals. And there was that magic moment after we played a show, I think it was in University of Mississippi in Oxford, Mississippi, when someone said, "Hey, man, you guys are great." Usually they would say, "I love your cover." And they go, "What is that song?" And it was one of ours. And that was kind of an aha moment that kind of let us here.
Yeah, right. Doing your own material.
Yeah.
But I've seen Better Than Ezra live a number of times. You're famous for interpolating covers and
we are.
and portions of songs, and that's kind of one of the fun things about your shows. Has that been there from the start?
Well, I mean, we like having fun.
Yeah.
We're not a shoegazer band. We
Right.
like to get up and entertain. If you guys are having a good time, we're having a good time. It's a two-way street. So we just incorporate, like you said. We'll throw a cover into the end of a song or the middle of a song, even.
Maybe too much so. Sometimes people are like, hey man, you had 20 songs in your set and 18 were covers.
Right.
It's a little much.
Right.
We just kind of go with the flow. What a night dictates, what we're getting back from a crowd and stuff, and then we go down that rabbit hole. And sometimes it involves covers.
Well, and then take us into the release of Deluxe and into the alt-rock 90s, right? What a time that was. And Better Than Ezra is one of these bands that really rode that wave, and like alternative radio in the 90s and college radio too, of course. Just reflect on that era and where it's led you guys to here 35 years later.
Well, it was a different time. The internet didn't exist.
Right.
Spotify, streaming didn't exist. You got your music from radio, from college radio, from NPR and different ways like that. And then so music was this, bands were this mysterious thing. Like a friend's older brother would have a cassette with some band on it. They're like, who is this? Oh, they're from some school in Akron or Athens, Georgia, or Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and it was a magic time, and we put Deluxe out ourselves. We recorded those songs, did the artwork and 2,000 CDs for just under $8,000, and we went out on the road and started selling it. And we started getting played by commercial stations like 99X in Atlanta.
Yep.
That kind of, and they're back actually.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah.
How
And
amazing.
so radio ruled, terrestrial radio.
Yeah.
That was the only kind of radio. You didn't even have to, qualify it as terrestrial versus, satellite. And that was, it took us 7 years though. We got together in 88. In 95, suddenly we had a number one with a song that was written in 1990. Good.
Yeah.
And it was a magic time. And it was, it's always moving, how people consume music, to get music. I think this is an amazing time to be a music fan. You've got so much music coming at you all the time. I do miss that time when there was more mystery in music, and I think a little more weight was put on a release. Now there's some staggering and depressing number of songs that comes out daily on Spotify.
Right. It's like 100,000
It's
songs
something nutty like
daily.
that.
Yeah.
And at some
that
point
true?
it gets so diluted, and there's great music out there.
Yep.
But it's harder. As a band, we've kind of seen it come full circle. We started off, without a deal and without, the only thing we had was going out and playing every night. And now, it's for so many artists, whether you're Better Than Ezra or you're Elton John or you're Coldplay, the way you go out, meat and potatoes to really earn your living are live shows. That's the one thing that you can't have an avatar for, that you can't stream.
Yet.
That you can't substitute yet.
Yes.
Now, Jim is still in beta testing, but Jim's not even here.
I'm actually.
It's Jim 2.0.
That's right.
Just right through him like a
Hologram.
mist.
Right.
They figured they'd test this groundbreaking technology on a band that wasn't maybe, at the top, like Green Day.
One other thing
Better
that
than
was
Ezra.
a big influence back then, too, you can't discount the effect that MTV had.
Sure.
Because
Yep.
along the lines of, you don't know who this band is, and suddenly there was a music video that showed you exactly who this band was. It's not relevant today, but back then it was.
Well, and like you were saying, there wasn't internet then, so this was kind of all you knew of the band was their artistic vision that they put forth in the music video, or like a printed magazine or something,
yeah.
And if you think
Flyers.
about it,
Flyers, yeah.
Flyers. There were just a few gatekeepers back in the day, and it was
Right.
the labels. And the way you made a video was the label paid for you to have a budget to go make a video, and then the way to get it out was on MTV, and the labels paid MTV in order to get your videos on. So if you broke into that after a lot of hard work, like better than Ezra did, then you got to reap the rewards.
Yep.
Now, everybody, you can have a viral song on TikTok and it costs you nothing. So I think that's really cool. But I do miss that time. If you were lucky, like I said, to get signed and have that moment where you were everywhere was an amazing thing.
What could Better Than Ezra start today, and what would you do differently?
It'd be different for sure.
I think we'd be a DJ act. we would just travel with laptops.
Comedy troupe.
Because we have some friends like Illenium and Porter Robinson, who are big DJs. They get flown everywhere in G4s, to go play birthday parties. They carry like a little stick, a little chip with them.
Thumb drive.
Like a thumb drive, yeah.
And we're a little jealous of that sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, they don't need a crew, they don't need lighting and all that kind of stuff, and they make way more than we do.
And what do you think the biggest change for like a tour today in 2024 versus those 90s era, when Deluxe first came out and Friction Baby and those early records?
I tell you what, our tour our tours are like who we're playing to. It's bigger rooms than we've ever played before. Our fan base is, we've been so lucky with our fans. They've stuck around, and now we're getting different generations and stuff. And, every show on this tour so far has been sold out. Hopefully tomorrow night in Cleveland will as well.
That's right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So to answer your question, I think they've gotten bigger. We enjoy it more. We're just so seasoned at touring, and we know what we want and how to do it right and put on the best show consistently. And
the reality is we've been doing this so long that we're doing it because we want to.
Sure.
As opposed to have to. So that's a big difference, I think.
Well, our guests in Studio C are Better Than Ezra here for the Summit FM. And how about another song, gentlemen? What do you want to play next?
Well, we were talking about Good so much, the song that kind of broke us. Why don't we do Good? And you can turn my acoustic up a little in my wedge,
And you
please.
turn the bass down a little.
All right, Michael Jerome. Everybody watch Michael Jerome. He's going to do a tutorial on the cajon. Looking around the house, hidden behind the window and the door, searching the signs of life, but there's nobody home. Well, maybe I'm just too sure, or maybe I'm just too frightened by the sound of it. Pieces of note fall down, but the letter said, it was good living with you, it was good, it was good living with you, it was good, good, yeah, good. Sitting around the house, watching the sun's raise shadows on the floor, searching the signs of life. There's nobody home. Now maybe I'll call or write you a letter. Now maybe we'll see on the 4th of July. 'Cause I'm not too sure, and I'm not too proud. Well, I'm not too sure, and I'm not too proud to say, it was good living with you. so good. You were so good. So good, mama. So dang good. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. I'm trying to imagine like what the character would be that made that. Yeah, that's right.
Some Looney Tune character. I don't know.
Better Than Ezra live in Studio C for Summit members here. This is a acoustic stripped back preview for House of Blues on Thursday and in Pittsburgh.
It's a Tinder version.
Yes.
Tomorrow night will be brutal, uncompromising, in your face rock and roll.
That's right.
Let's be honest.
That's what it'll be. A tender version. For a minute, I thought you said a Tinder version.
Oh.
Whatever we got to do.
Whatever we got to do.
Swipe right, swipe left. And then Pittsburgh on Friday at Rivers Casino. So it's great. It's just great to have you guys here. So bring us through the Ohio memories through all the years of touring through the great Buckeye State. What comes to mind?
Oh, well, a lot of nights in Cincinnati with Skyline Chili.
That's what I was about to say.
A
lot of long nights.
A lot of long nights. Well, the first time we played, Cincy was like, let's just load up right after the show on Chili.
Let's just do it.
It was I think we had like a 2-hour overnight somewhere, and it took us like 8 hours. It was like, we need to stop. What else? Cleveland. I mean, great nights. At the Odeon back in the day, and I think the Agora.
The Agora, right?
We had a show here with a blizzard. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was a blizzard.
And there's that great
We were snowed
amphitheater
in.
across the little lock, the little river right in the flats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nautica.
We just did that recently. It was us and we've done it by ourselves, but most recently we did it with Bare Naked Ladies.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And then
Was it the Nautilus?
Columbus. My God. There used to be this club that every kind of up and coming alternative band used to play.
Newport.
It was on High Street.
Newport
Music.
No. This is the
before.
Newport was great. We had
Before
some
that.
amazing shows, but it was the first place we ever played. It was a little dive bar, and Local H opened for us.
Oh,
there.
Local H, yeah.
So a lot of good memories.
Yeah, we played here a lot. Although it's been a minute.
We
since
played a
we've been
show
to
in
lot.
Dayton
I don't know why
with
that is.
the Fix.
Sure did.
Yes.
I don't remember.
I remember the guy had Prada pants, and I was like, "Good for you! Look at you! Look at you! I got you! I know what you're rocking. You're rocking Prada. You're rocking Italian slacks in Dayton, Ohio. It's 102 degrees outside. I know where you're at. I got your number."
Well, so Better Than Ezra, our guest for Studio C. Congrats on the recent release, like 1 week ago, on the new record Super Magic.
Thank you so much.
Does it ever get old, like producing, writing, and recording, and releasing a record, and then here comes another studio LP? Talk
listen,
about
we
it a
love
little.
all things Better Than Ezra, recording, touring,
Yep.
all of it. We really do. I mean, like I said earlier, we've been doing this so long that now we just kind of make music that we want to make.
Yep.
And it's for us as much as anybody. I mean, because we have to go out and play for the next 5 years. Let's
Right.
hope,
No, less than that. It took. It was crazy that it took 10 years. It just sounds stupid that we did 10 years between albums. But there was a time when that Ezra was all we did. Mm-hmm. But now we have families and we all do different things in music and we have different careers and things we love and pursue. I think Ezra will always be our main thing, but life just kind of got in the way.
Sure.
So now that we put an album back out and we're realizing, that excitement and the excitement for fans and for us and for people who care about it, and in radio and press and doing all these things we've been getting to do, it was like, let's not wait so long. Mm-hmm. But I think part of it is, there's a reason if you look at the discographies of bands when they're really young, it's like album every year. And then there'll be 3 years, 5 years, and then, 10 years. Because, life gets in the way. But now there's also, you have to there's a different calculus for why do I make an album. Back in the day, you made an album because albums were selling, and that's like, hey, you always, every time you made an album, there was the chance it was going to be a massive album, and money was going to rain down from the heavens, and let's go.
Yep.
Let's go get that beach house. But now it's different, I mean, there are bands like, there are artists who are selling a lot of albums like Beyonce and Taylor Swift, but it's concentrated to a super amount.
Who are they?
Yeah, exactly. Who is that? Taylor Swift is a big Ezra fan, by the way. She performs a lot of our songs. She's recorded Breathless. Go check it out. So now, kind of like Tom said, now when we make a new album, it's like, it's got to be about the music. Like, you're making music because you love it. You're making music because your fans want it. So that's the payment we get is a happiness from fans, us. So maybe it took us a little while to wrap our heads around that.
Sure. But you've been pretty actively touring through all those years,
gosh,
too.
we never stopped.
Never stop. And that's part of why we are able to continue to do it. I think if we had stopped touring, putting an album out now, you just never know what's going to happen.
A lot of bands who had bigger radio or album sales success than us, aren't around anymore.
Right.
And if they are around, they can't do the shows that we do. They can't sell the tickets we do. And I think it goes back to that original question you asked. Like, what was it like when you started? We had to go out and learn. We had to entertain people, and so. We had to get really good at it. If you wanted to make money and not have a day job, you had to be able to play parties and like 4-hour sets, at a night, and that paid off for us, because when people come to our shows, they leave with a smile on their face. They've had fun. They've been entertained, and I think that's why Better Than Ezra has been able to stick around and still be able to do great venues and do fun things like this.
Did you have a hope when you started in '88 that you would be doing this 35 years later? Did you ever think it might last that long?
No, I don't think anybody can see that far in the future. I mean,
Right.
But we really did believe. I mean, we were hungry, and wanted. We
worked hard.
We didn't want to just be a bar band. We wanted success, and we wanted to make great music and be a band that people listen to. That was part of the goal. 35 years later, it's funny to be still saying Better Than Ezra, or like walking up to a venue last night at St. Andrews in Detroit. Like, hey man, where'd you get your name? I'm like, wow, I'm still being asked where we got the name. and then I was like, I'll tell you. And I took him in the back alley and behind him, and they won't see him again.
So I won't ask. And
This is the beginning of a 48 hours. Kevin Griffin, singer of Ben. That's my.
Let's do one more song with our friends Better Than Ezra Acoustic. Don't forget, Thursday, as in tomorrow, at House of Blues Cleveland, and then Friday night in Pittsburgh. They are on the road near you. Better Than Ezra live in Studio C. Which song next?
We're going to do a song that people thought was by us, and much to our consternation, it was not. You're going to have to figure it out yourself. Feel good. Feel good. City breaking down on a camel's back. Fish strapped in gold cause they don't know why. And all I wanna feel is a message beat. They can't get out the city cause they don't get sleep. No, they got a new horizon, it's a ephemeral style. Melancholy town where they never smile. And all I wanna feel is the message beat. They can't get out the city cause they don't get sleep. No. Windmill, windmill, fatherland, turn together hand in hand. Windmill, windmill, all its men, it is stinking falling down. Love forever, love is free. Let's turn together, you and ponies at the track. It's my chocolate attack. Ish, I'm bumping out of this here. Girl, bear bumping out of this here. Watch me as I gravitate. Let's go town, don't down. Don't bite the dust, don't bite the hand that feeds the trust. Don't bite the love until you get so don't stop. Until you chitter here to watch me as I gravitate. Feel good. Feel good. Let's take this Ohio audience down to the French Quarter 4 a.m., y'all. Windmill, fatherland, turn together hand in hand. Windmill, all is land. It is thinking falling down. Love forever, love is free. Let's turn together, you and me. Windmill, fatherland is everybody in. Summit, are you in? Laughing gas, each hazmat, ass cracks, running them up like ass flaps. Lay these ponies at the track. It's my chocolate attack. Ish, I'm bumping out of this here. Curl bear bumping out of this here. Watch me as I gravitate. Let's go town, Motown, slow down, don't fight the dust. Bite the hand that feeds the trust. Bite the love until you get so don't stop. Hit it, until you hit it. Watch me as I gravitate. Feel good. Feel good. Feel good. Thank you.
Look at my man working up a sweat.
Michael
over here.
Jerome Moore on the laughing.
Right?
Well, how about that? An impromptu acoustic cover of Gorillaz' Feel Good Inc. It's better than Ezra in Studio C for the Summit FM. These are the perks of being a member of this public radio station, getting to rub shoulders with your favorite bands, meet the bands in Studio C. The Studio C sessions are brought to you by Wayside Furniture and Blind and Sons. And Kevin, before we let you go, maybe you could just reflect. You know, everyone in this room is a donor to public radio, the Summit
I love
FM.
it.
And yeah, just, you know, talk about the value in radio, whether it's in your hometown or you're living in Nashville nowadays, right?
I live in Nashville, and you know, I listen to Lightning 100.
Love that. Yep.
And then, you know, and when I lived in Los Angeles, listened to exclusively to KCRW, and then in New Orleans, I listened to WWOZ and local listener-supported radio was so key, because you get to hear music that you want to hear, and you get to hear news that's important to you, and it can't be replaced. And there's no other agenda, no corporate agenda. It's just about serving the music. So it's our favorite kind of station to come to. That's why, I mean, we get asked to do a lot of these things. You know, there's a big station in Chicago, Q101, one of the biggest alt stations that's still around, and we're like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
But we'll drive, 45 minutes each way on our day off to come do the summit in Akron, Ohio.
Yeah.
What?
I love it.
Because you guys are here. So it's paramount importance, sir.
Right.
It is true, though. I was raised on radio, so
Right,
I have a tune-in app.
True
I'll
that,
tune
true
in to
that.
WNCW in Spindale
yep,
on
we
Friday nights for Cosmic Country. I love radio.
That station, that's near Asheville, North
That's
Carolina, at Spindale. They do a great job. It's pretty funny. I was just texting pictures to my music director friend at Q101. I was like, look who's here. So in Chicago,
That's
I was
awesome.
like, they came and did our session. How about you guys? No,
Oh,
I'm just
that's
kidding.
awesome.
At any rate,
They don't like us right now because they wanted us to come in and perform in a morning show. We're like, guys, sorry, we just can't.
the morning show, like that. You probably used to have to do that all the time,
We
like
had
7 a.m.
we had to go do Man Cow,
Yes,
which was the poor man's Howard Stern back
Yeah,
in the day.
yeah.
It was a mess. You would come in there. I mean, they were trying to outshock Howard Stern.
Yeah.
And you would come in there. It'd be 8 a.m, and there were things happening that
Kinda
should not
gross.
have been happening.
Nobody should have to see
Boy, you
that
look
at 8 in the morning.
terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and public radio prevails, right?
Yeah.
we do our thing, and it's all about the music, just like we say on the station.
Yeah, I was gonna say real quick. There's still a piece of magic for us. The first time you hear a new song on the radio,
Yep.
the magic of the compression and all that, and you're like, that's why we do this.
Yeah. We've been playing "Live a Little," and we really love that track.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, here's we're in the tree of trust, right? Nobody besides us in this room can hear this, right?
Right. We're not live.
We're not live. We're
yeah.
not live.
We'll edit this part out.
We
Maybe.
just did 4 in a row and overnight on a bus, and it's super dry and cold in the bus. And if I could sing "Live a Little" right now, we'd do it. So you're gonna have to wait until tomorrow night.
Just see it tomorrow at the show. I got you.
It's on. I was like, what songs could I sing like this today? You're getting this.
The Leonard Cohen set.
It is. It's 4 in the morning, the end of December. Famous Blue Raincoat.
Love it. Well, do not miss. It's always a great live show. Longtime favorites. So they're at House of Blues on Thursday, and then in Pittsburgh on Friday. For our listeners in Youngstown, Pittsburgh can be a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
We have 3 signals across the great state of Ohio. So Youngstown's actually closer to Pittsburgh.
What's the great sandwich place in
Primanti's.
Pittsburgh?
Primanti's.
Primanti's.
Yeah, we're gonna go there.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, this was a great honor having you guys back after 19 years
insane.
back in Studio C. One more hand for Better Than
Thank
Ezra.
Thank you guys so much. And thank you for supporting this amazing station.
Thank you so much.